My brother and I watch them Saturday mornings. And yeah, they were definitely one of our favorite cartoons. My brother and I fought a lot as kids, and Tom and Jerry made a lot of sense to us. And I think my therapist would agree. The movie is about the titular characters, Tom and Jerry, working through some difficulties that they're having between them. And they're doing it against the backdrop of this very fancy hotel where I am getting married. My bride and I are having a very large, traditional, in quotes, Indian wedding, with some appearances from some very large and semi-crazed animals. And basically, I'm trying to make the wedding as gigantic and explosive as possible, even though that might not really be what my bride wants. And while that's happening, Tom and Jerry are inadvertently doing everything they can to derail the wedding and destroy the entire hotel. So eventually, we're trying to either stop them from doing that or convince them to help us instead of destroy us. It was really fun. Being on set was, a Tim story. Tim, the director, he's had created a great vibe on set where people could try things. He also encouraged us to figure out other things we could do using what we knew was going to be animated around us, different ways of referring to that or teeing them up for things that they could later pay off in post-production. And it was first of all, on an acting level, I found everyone to be super professional and very good. And so I was able to definitely learn from them. There were very basic moments, like where I would walk into a scene and Michael Peña would start laughing because I had missed my mark by so far that I wasn't even in focus on camera. And yet I still did like a whole speech completely out of focus. And he would just laugh and say, "You have no idea what you're doing." So that was a fun learning experience. But I think we made each other laugh a lot, perhaps to the point that there were a lot of unusable takes. But it was cool. It was the production of it was really beautifully done. So you got to exist and live in this very elaborate, cool hotel that they had built, and then obviously interact with animated characters that you never get to do otherwise when you're acting. So it was cool. Everything was always very relaxed and calm. Tim made it very, even though there may have been things literally on fire in the background, he maintained a sense of ease and calm that I think is very helpful for actors. I think especially in comedy, when you're trying to figure out the character and the comedy of a scene, it's nice that you don't feel like the whole world is on fire, that you have a little time to figure it out. And also I think that the performers in it grounding the movie were really good. Like Chloë, I think she's instantly lovable when you see her in the movie. I knew from on set, when you're seeing her, she has such a, you're rooting for her immediately. And she has such a genuine joy about her and a caring attitude towards other people, which I think comes across in the movie really well. Like she actually really cares about Tom and Jerry, and that they're doing okay, and that they're working through their stuff, which I think goes above and beyond the role of a hotel manager or a hotel employee. So that was really cool to see. And then Pallavi, working with her was fantastic. I also didn't know many of the things that went into an Indian wedding. So to be able to check in with her and have her explain what the real version is before we saw the animated insane version was really helpful. And she's a fantastic actor. So she definitely made me better and grounded the whole performance, both the love part of it and also the stress and the fighting part of it. She grounded that really well. So I was grateful to her. There's a lot of honest violence, there's a lot of it comes from a genuine place of frustration, misunderstanding, and I think there's a lot of joy in the violence. I think there's a lot of I like how elaborate their schemes are. I like how innovative they are at both harming each other and escaping harm. And so I think that's oddly inspiring to people to see that people put that much energy into destroying someone else, and then that much energy into dodging that destruction. I certainly hope it will be an escape for everyone. I think on a lot of levels. I think escaping, first of all, just being in a hotel now feels like an escape. So that's one element. And the idea of traveling and the idea of a giant fun wedding, these are all things that are currently pipe dreams for basically everyone. So there'll be an escape on that level. And I think it'll be fun to go back to the world of Tom and Jerry that a lot of people do know from their childhoods and see something that is goofy and slapstick, and just obviously you don't even need to, there's no language involved to understand what's going on with them. So it's a very pure form of entertainment and comedy. And I think anyone can watch it and enjoy it. And I think there's a lot of joy in the movie. I think everyone doing it, making it, enjoyed the process and tried to bring that sense of joy to it. And I think people will enjoy it.